Apple just launched their brand new 15-inch MacBook Air with M2 processor a few weeks ago. If you watch their presentation, it's easy to disregard the 15-inch MacBook Air as just a larger screen MacBook Air 13-inch. But there is more to the 15-inch MacBook Air than just the screen size that Apple didn't mention. Here are 10 things that Apple should have mentioned and you should know about the 15-inch MacBook Air. Number 1. The MacBook Air 13-inch starts at $1099 and the 15-inch starts at $1299. It might seem obvious that the $200 difference is just for the larger screen. Though both the laptops come with an Apple M2 chip, the $1299 15-inch Air comes with an 8-core CPU and 10-core GPU, while the $1099 13-inch comes only with an 8-core CPU and 8-core GPU. If you try to spec the 13-inch model to an 8-core CPU and 10-core GPU like the base model 15-inch, the price jumps to $1199, bringing the difference to just $100 between the two. If you add up all the other differences I'm going to talk about, the 15-inch Air might actually be a better deal for you. So let's find out. Number 2. The screen size. The MacBook Air 15-inch is actually 15.3 inches and the MacBook Air 13-inch is actually 13.6 inches. The difference might seem small, but the 15-inch Air has over 26% larger screen real estate. As you can see here, this is a significant jump while maintaining the pixel density at 224 pixels per inch. Number 3. The 15-inch MacBook Air is considerably heavier than the 13-inch model, 3.3 pounds versus 2.7 pounds. That's close to 22% heavier. In fact, it's heavier than the 13-inch MacBook Pro model, which has an active cooling system for thermal performance. Something to keep in mind if you move around with it often. Number 4. Significantly larger trackpad on the 15-inch MacBook Air. Apple doesn't provide the exact specification on the trackpad size, but given that the keyboard layout and size are the same between the 13-inch and 15-inch models, we can compare through their visuals as to how much bigger the 15-inch trackpad is. Overlapping the models one over the other clearly shows the trackpad size difference. Number 5. The MacBook Air 15-inch will have a better thermal performance than the 13-inch. Yes, both the models have the same M2 processor, and yes, both have a fanless passive cooling design. But just because the 15-inch MacBook Air has a larger metal body, it's able to dissipate the heat a bit faster, hence being able to sustain workloads for a little longer. There was a Cinebench stress test by Max Tech which clearly shows the difference. Now, don't expect any significant differences on daily usage scenarios like web browsing, but if you do get the most of your MacBook in terms of performance, do know that the 15-inch will perform slightly better for slightly longer. Number 6. External design. We know that the screen size is 15.3 inches on the new MacBook Air, but the thickness is also ever so slightly thicker than the 13-inch model. The 13-inch Air is 0.44 inches thick, while the 15-inch model is 0.45 inches thick. It might not look as much of a difference, but when you combine this with the screen size and the heavier weight of the 15-inch model, it feels a lot denser and hefty to hold in your hand than the 13-inch model. Number 7. Better speakers. The 15-inch MacBook Air has 6 speaker system with force cancelling woofers, while the 13-inch model only has 4 speaker system. Now, the important part to focus here is not the additional 2 speakers on the 15-inch, but on the inclusion of force cancelling woofers. Based on the teardowns, my assumption is that Apple is including the force cancelling woofers in the 6 speaker system, which means that 13-inch model has the same 4 speakers without the force cancelling woofer. So the overall volume of the device might roughly stay the same as the 13-inch model. But the bass on the 15-inch Air should be a significant upgrade overall. Music and movies will sound so much better on the 15-inch model. Speaking of speakers, number 8, the 15-inch model does not have speaker grills like the Pro models. Instead, the speakers fire directly below the screen, similar to the 13-inch model. The downside is that the speakers are not firing directly at you, which can reduce both volume and stereo separation compared to the Pro models. Number 9. With the 15-inch MacBook Air, you get the 35-watt dual USB-C port compact power adapter as the default charger in the box. But with the 13-inch, you only get single-port 30-watt power adapter. So even by default, you're getting a much better charger out of the box with the 15-inch model. Not just that, with the 15-inch Air, you can upgrade the charger to a 70-watt USB-C power adapter for free. But with the 13-inch MacBook Air, if you want the 35-watt dual compact charger or the 70-watt fast charger, it's an additional $20. This is even if you get the 10-core GPU upgraded model. Number 10. Battery life. Apple claims that the battery life on 13-inch and 15-inch MacBook Air are similar, close to 18 hours. But the 15-inch MacBook Air actually comes with a larger 66.5 watt-hour lithium battery, while the 13-inch Air comes with a 52.6 watt-hour battery. Both are rated for the same 18 hours because the larger display consumes more battery. This is also assuming the workloads are same. But since the 15-inch model can run a little cooler and since power-saving options can help extend battery life, the 15-inch MacBook Air will in fact give you better battery performance in real-life usage than the 13-inch model. Again, do not expect a significant jump in battery life, but during a crunch, it will definitely come in handy. I know of many people who wanted a larger screen MacBook, but their only option was to go for the 16-inch MacBook Pro, which starts at $2,500. At almost half the price, the 15-inch MacBook Air serves all those people who do not need pro performance, but just a decent all-around laptop with a bigger screen. The M2 chip in the MacBook Air can do much more than just web browsing. In fact, I use M1 chip Mac to edit my 4K videos. So I'm sure people will be very happy when they buy the 15-inch MacBook Air. Also, given the larger screen size, larger trackpad, larger battery, better thermal performance, higher GPU cores, better speakers, and better charger, the $200 price difference versus the 13-inch model is justified and is overall better deal over the 13-inch. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you liked the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. This is Anjana. Bye-bye.